The following is a presentation of ABC's Wide World of Sports, home of the World and U.S. Figure Skating Championships.
The second event in the ISU Grand Prix of Figure Skating offers two major showdowns between the best in the world. Three-time world champion Michelle Kwan is fresh off a record-setting victory at Skate America. The second-year UCLA Bruin now looks to avenge her only loss of last season. She squares off against longtime rival Irina Slutskaya, the 21-year-old from Moscow, whose new marriage and improved conditioning brought her back from the brink of retirement in '99. Her upset of Kwan at last year's Grand Prix final was a resounding statement that she had returned. Meanwhile, Todd Eldridge, the five-time U.S. champion, has also returned. After a self-imposed exile in '98, Eldridge is back with a more powerful arsenal than ever. The newest member of the quad squad gamely fought through a painful injury to earn a bronze medal in Skate America. Now, a rematch with the reigning world champ, Alexei Yagudin. The 20-year-old Russian struggled at high altitude in Colorado and was upset in the season opener. Happy to be out of thin air, he needs to reaffirm his status as the dominant force on the world scene. Kwan, Slutskaya, Eldridge, Yagudin. Skate Canada is next on ABC Sports. The second of 6 events in the ISU Grand Prix of Figure Skating brings us to suburban Toronto. A great look at the downtown area and the skyline here, one of the great cities in Canada. And we're about 30 minutes away in the town of Mississauga inside the Hershey Center as we welcome you to Skate Canada, presented by MCI WorldCom. Michelle Kwan has already arrived here at the Hershey Center. The three-time and reigning world champion will take on Irina Slutskaya, the world silver medalist, a little bit later this afternoon. And hi, everybody. I'm Terry Gannon. The Grand Prix of Figure Skating rolls on. This event number 2. There are 6 in all across the globe. Skaters can compete in up to 3 of these, but only 2 count in the standings. At the end of the series, the top 6 move on to the Grand Prix final in Tokyo in mid-February. Right now, the men on the ice warming up. They're about to decide the gold medal here. We welcome in Olympic silver medalist Peter Carruthers. What a great matchup. Alexei Yagudin taking on Todd Eldridge. How do you size it up?
Well, what we have here is a 29-year-old world champion who's on the comeback trail trying to pull off a victory against a 3-time world champion who's only 20. In first place after the short program, it's Alexei Yagudin. Now, Yagudin's strength is definitely his great big quadruple toe loop, but his stamina and conditioning can undermine that here at Skate Canada because he doesn't look like he's in great shape. For Todd Eldridge, who's in second place, he always comes into competition very prepared. His weakness, though, is the fact that he has only landed his quadruple toe loop in competition once successfully. So he's going to try to do that in the free program to win Skate Canada.
And it may indeed come down to the quad. Alexei Yagudin has not really been sharp yet on the season. Todd Eldridge coming off the back injury. Who do you like here?
Well, I have to go with Alexei Yagudin because he is the 3-time world champion. He always seems to find it from deep within to pull off the big win.
And he takes the ice last, which is an advantage. The standings after the short program, Alexei Yagudin with the lead over Todd Eldridge, then Takeshi Honda in third. The young American Matt Savoy rounds out the top 5. And we get things underway with the '96 world champion, Todd Eldridge, in second place, and perhaps at a disadvantage in terms of the skating order. We mentioned a moment ago, Yagudin will go last. Todd Eldridge has to start things off among the top contenders here.
And he hasn't looked 100% sharp with his quad in the practice, so this is important for him to try to do it here.
Men's free skate, 4.5 minutes long, worth 2/3 of the overall score.
He will waste no time. Remember, he has only done this once successfully in competition. Here it is. Oh, a good attempt. A little break in the waist, but he's got to be happy with that.
A little touchdown at the end, but he had the rotations.
double toe loop. He looks strong.
Todd with a back injury after a collision during practice at the first Grand Prix event, Skate America. Really a gutsy performance there, capturing the bronze medal. As his parents in town visiting with him this week in Canada.
The triple flip, double toe loop. He doesn't deviate from his technique from practice to competition. Very consistent.
He's got a good one going here too, and he was very good in the short program.
Triple loop, back edge. He's right on. Notice how his speed hasn't dropped off. Still very powerful at the end. Now he will end with a series of spins here. And this is the impression he wants to leave with the judges. Not only am I a great athlete, I can jump, but look at me spin, and he's one of the best. That was good strategy.
Can't do a whole lot better than that. Couple of slight touchdowns, but Todd Eldridge is skating as well perhaps as maybe we've ever seen him. Now armed with a quad.
I got to think that he's going to be happy with this, but he doesn't want to do this in the future. Watch the hand. He'll break forward, and then that hand comes down. Got to stay straight and have a nice upright position and a continuous edge out of that. But still a really good attempt. And I think that this really is important. Notice his spinning, how fast it is, number one. It's centered, number two, and this is the last thing the judges see, and they really appreciate the great spinning that this man has. Extraordinary.
There's a look at the panel of 9 judges now who are making the decisions this afternoon. Peter, what are they looking for?
They want to see the complete package, a well-balanced program with good jumping technique, originality, and quality in the spins.
Now the marks. The first set for technical merit in the 5.6, 5.7 range.
He had a small touchdown on that quad, but two 5.6s, one from the Japanese judge and one from the British judge. I thought he was better than that.
And now the marks for presentation, 5.6 up to 5.8. He applauds them. I think he is extremely satisfied with the job he did, no matter the marks.
Yes, and good presentation marks. And remember, this is a range.
When we come back, Takeshi Honda. Until the age of 7, he was a speed skater. His brother still is. He's watched over 1,000 American movies. That's how he learned English. The 3-time champ of Japan takes the ice next.
The rule book of figure skating deals with a number of jumps, including the quad. This is the quadruple toe loop. The skater uses his toe pick to vault himself into the air, then complete 4 revolutions before landing. This is the quadruple sow cow, an edge jump. Here, the skater takes off from an inside edge. The quad can be performed in combination with other jumps, like this quad toe, triple toe, double loop combination.
The men's free skate continues now inside the Hershey Center as Takeshi Honda takes the ice, the 3-time and reigning national champion of Japan. In 3rd place after the short program. Takeshi, well known to the Canadian fans here. He lives and trains in nearby Barrie, coached by Doug Lee, who coached Elvis Stoico, Brian Orser.
He's a great talent, but what he needs to do is hit the jumps. He can come undone on these jumps sometimes, and there's an example of him flipping out on the landing, breaking concentration. Certainly respect the speed he has going into this quadruple toe loop. The arms and legs coming in to generate rotation. And there, you know, I've seen this time in and time out with him. These beautiful programs set, and then he gets into competition, becomes unnerved, and that's what happens.
And that's been his problem throughout the years, the battle with the nerves. Only 19 years of age, though.
That's more like it. Very nice triple sow cow.
First of his 3 national championships was back in 1996. He became the youngest Japanese champion ever at the age of 14. Ranked 10th in the world last season, but he was 6th at the World Championships in '99, so that was a drop for Takeshi.
Don't get me wrong, this man is a great talent. He has a wonderful sense for the music. He's very athletic, but he's just got to get these nerves in control.
Got to be frustrating if you're Doug Lee, his coach, to watch Takeshi do incredible things in practice and then get onto the ice in competitions. And no matter how great the coach, they've never figured out how to simulate the pressure that you face in an event in practice. Can't be done. Not the free skate that Takeshi Honda wanted.
He has a lot of velocity skating into what was supposed to be a quadruple toe loop. However, it turns into the triple because the timing was off. Everything has got to be working just right. You can see the break in the waist.
So now the marks from the judges. First set for technical merit, 5.2, the low mark up to 5.5.
Can you imagine where these scores would have been had he not made those mistakes? The judges definitely recognize that he is a strong skater.
5.7, 5.6, 5.4, 5.5, 5.5.
Presentation marks 5.4 up to 5.8.
And yes, exactly, showing how strong he is artistically.
Disappointing marks for Honda. Up next, Matt Savoy, the 20-year-old from Peoria, Illinois, who won the bronze medal at the Junior Worlds in 2000. And he is a junior at Bradley University, a poli-sci major interested in law. Savoy skates when we come back. Well, it's not hockey night in Canada, but a good look at the Hockey Hall of Fame. That sport's so much a part of the culture here north of the border. A reminder, the Grand Prix continues. Event number 3 in the series. American Sarah Hughes leads the way along with Yevgeny Plushenko, last year's Grand Prix champion. Nations Cup from Germany, December 3rd at 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 Pacific, right here on ABC Sports. There's a look at the 3-time world champion, Alexei Yagudin, backstage getting ready. He will take the ice a little bit later. Terry Gannon, Peter Carruthers ringside. Susie Wynn will join us in a little bit when the ladies take the ice. Matt Savoy, the 2000 World Junior bronze medalist, about to skate. The 20-year-old from Peoria, Illinois, in 5th place after the short program.
His music, a compilation of Gershwin. Triple sow cow. Good jump to establish the timing. The big jumps yet to come. Sometimes you have a jump that you want to do first just to get your timing going. Now, well done.
Like Takeshi Honda, Matt Savoy has had trouble with his nerves during competitions, but a more seasoned performer now after what he did on the Grand Prix circuit last year, including a bronze medal at Nations Cup in Germany.
Nice low position in that sit spin. The lower you go, the harder it is in a spin like that. Not a disaster, not his best, but he's got to keep those landings flowing out with a nice continuous edge.
Matt's been so close to the podium at the U.S. Nationals. The last 2 years he placed 4th, and it will get even harder. You've got Timothy Gable, Michael Weiss, and of course now Todd Eldridge is back.
Wow. Watch him step right up into a triple axel. He falls. Very tough to do because he did that right off of a spread eagle where both of his feet were turned out. Getting a little bit slow toward the end of the program. Speed dropping off slightly, but now he'll hydroblade, go down on this leg, and then reach back for a triple Lutz. What a way to finish.
A move that we've seen from Timothy Gable a number of times, too.
Tell you, Terry, all of a sudden at the end of his program there was this burst of energy, and it was very impressive to see that hydroblade down into a triple Lutz. Remember, the only jump harder than a triple Lutz is a triple axel and of course a quad, and that was at the end of his program. Now what he'll do is a spread eagle on one side, then turn to another spread eagle, but what makes this hard is he'll try to step right up into a triple axel. You're at a disadvantage to come off an edge like that. Unfortunately, he went down on it, but he has done this move. This is so impressive to see him do this at the end of the program. Down on one leg, then stays on that leg and vaults up into a triple Lutz. Great.
Now, along with his coaches, Gene Heffron and Linda Brandon, who Matt has been with since he was 9 years old. They work so well together. For technical merit now, Peter, 5.2 to 5.5.
The first judge taxing him for that fall, but I got to tell you, the whole package was very good. Good jumps for the most part, good choreography, and the concept to, of course, Gershwin.
Presentation marks 5.3 to 5.6, and Matt Savoy in the second place, right behind Todd Eldridge. There's Alexei Yagudin backstage. The three-time world champ will skate in a little bit. But first, it's Ben Ferreira here at home in Canada. His female fans have been known to throw their undergarments on the ice. When he's not busy picking up lingerie, he's a great auto racing fan. He'll skate right after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
This Wide World of Sports update brought to you by Speed Pass. Today's way to pay. It's free from mobile.
This mobile update, a reminder that the ladies are still to come this afternoon here in Canada. Michelle Kwan getting ready backstage for her free skate. Her short program a bit tentative. Many thought it was a little bit slow on the ice, and she has her work cut out for her because she finds herself in second place behind the reigning world silver medalist and the reigning Grand Prix champion, Irina Slutskaya of Russia. A high-energy short program for her. She was judged the best by 8 of the 9 judges and is in the lead heading into the free skate, which comes up a little bit later this afternoon. Inside the Hershey Center, Skate Canada, presented by MCI WorldCom, continues. Todd Eldridge in the lead. Another American right behind Matt Savoy, and then Takeshi Honda as the local favorite takes the ice. Ben Ferreira in 4th after the short program.
Music from the Broadway musical Legs Diamond. The huge quadruple toe loop. Oh, timing. Now he was off on the first jump. This, the triple axel, 3.5 rotations and a double toe loop. Not finished off as nicely as one would like to see, the held out landing.
You know, they're always searching for the next Elvis Stoico up here in Canada in terms of the men. And Ben began skating back at the age of 11 when he watched Kurt Browning's performance at the 91 Worlds. And it was Browning himself in 96 who said, this is the guy who could be the next great Canadian men's figure skater.
He certainly has a lot of charisma on the ice. Nice triple Lutz, double toe loop.
Had some injuries last season, a groin injury that kept him off the ice for a while, and he said he took some time to really think about what skating meant to him and how he fit into the skating world. He's 19th at the World Championships.
Some character acting there.
Well, Legs Diamond just got shot, but he doesn't die. He comes back, folks.
Triple flip, triple toe loop. Again, did you see that quick landing on the end of the second jump? What he'll want to do is extend that landing out a little more so the judges can savor how difficult that is. What a triple axel. Huge height on that. Determined to hang on.
Gets into the character.
Are driving me crazy. I want to see him extend out with a nice edge.
Well, other than driving you crazy, that was pretty fun to watch.
Oh, no doubt. I'm not saying that. It's just some of the jumping technique needs to be more refined and smoothed out. It's a little bit rough, but definitely a great athlete.
Americans in the top 2 spots right now. We'll see if that holds. Ben Ferreira of Canada.
Two jumps back to back. First, the triple flip. The right foot will plant in, vault him up into the air. Nice there. Then he reaches back for the triple toe loop with the left foot. Vaults up in the air, good. But this landing is what needs to be improved. Now see that? He needs to stretch that leg out and have a nice flowing edge.
Took Ben Ferreira a long time to get off the ice. A lot of teddy bears and hugs from young girls around the rink. Now the first set for technical merit, 5.2 to 5.6, Peter.
Yes, package that great character on the ice with some good jumps and landings, and these marks would come up. But look here.
Yeah, 5.3 up to 5.7, so that means Ferreira into third place. It is still Eldridge and then Savoy, two Americans at the top. When we come back, Alexei Yagudin takes the ice. He's trying to win his 4th straight world title this season. He lives in Connecticut now, and he received his green card earlier this season. After his loss at Skate America, he's happy to be out of the high altitude of Colorado Springs.
I feel stronger and I feel much easier to skate in here because we skate on sea level, and there is another good thing that the size of the arena is much smaller than where we skate in Colorado Springs.
And we will return to Skate Canada, presented by MCI WorldCom, in a moment. There's a look at Fort York, considered to be the birthplace of modern Toronto, a National Historic Site from the War of 1812. Well, a reminder, tomorrow night, right here on ABC Sports, NFL action as the Washington Redskins take on one of the teams that made it to the Super Bowl last season, the St. Louis Rams. Monday Night Football live at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific here on ABC. Down to the final skater here in the men's free skate. It is Todd Eldridge leading Matt Savoy and then Ben Ferreira of Canada, your top 3, but it comes down to Alexei Yagudin, the 3-time and reigning world champion, who you know has to be feeling some pressure now. He was upset by Timothy Gable in the first Grand Prix event at Skate America. Now Todd Eldridge has skated extremely well and has waited around to see what Yagudin will do. And it's up to him now. He's glad to be out of the high altitude of Colorado Springs, but this week he has talked about the fact that he doesn't like the ice in this arena. It's very crunchy, he says, and he lands very hard.
Well, we'll see how all of that plays out right here. The first opening quad that he has planned. Oh my gosh, that was huge, and a triple toe loop right after it, almost hitting the boards, but that shows you the intestinal fortitude that this man has to pull it together when it counts. And now he has the triple Lutz. He has done another quad in the past. However, here he opted for a triple Lutz. Now, just take a look at the height that he gets. That is just remarkable. Ah, so athletic.
Wow. So far, he's on a roll, and what a difference between this and his first performance of the season. Trying to win the World Championship later this season for the 4th straight year. Only Dick Button, Hayes Jenkins, and Scott Hamilton have done that in the modern era.
Triple flip. What we need to look for now, 2 minutes into the program, is to see if his stamina becomes a factor. Triple axel, not there anyway. Mississauga. Little fist pump there. He's feeling much better here than he did for sure in Colorado Springs at Skate America.
The best in the world will try to top that the rest of the season. I don't think you can. Wow. Todd Eldredge has got to know right now, as good as he was, wasn't good enough. Alexei Yagudin, you just saw why he is the three-time and reigning world champion.
It won't even be close. Eldredge with 6 triples, and Yagudin with 8, and a quad to boot.
And Peter, his stamina has been questioned for good reason. Don't question it anymore, at least not this season.
I think that will shut me up.
From the midpoint of that program to the end, he got stronger and faster.
He was on fire. He started things off so well with this quadruple toe loop. The height really gives him the advantage to create that kind of rotation. But look how close he gets here. And he says he likes to be close to the boards so that he doesn't start swinging with his legs and arms. But here again, those feet coming in so fast and so tight generate that rotation. And the same is true right here on this triple toe loop. But I mean, most people get so distracted that you just crumble and you go right into the boards. That shows the focus that he has. And I don't know that there's anybody that does a higher triple axel than Alexei Yagudin. He gets up into the air. He's about 2.5 feet off the ice, but look at his position. Textbook perfect. And then he reels off a huge triple toe loop right after that. You have to respect his athleticism.
He knows now that he's got it. What a performance by the 20-year-old. Along with Tatiana Tarasova on the right of your screen. Todd Eldredge was great earlier, but he's going to have to settle for the silver. The first set, all 5.9s.
And we're at the beginning of the season, Terry. Can you imagine what's coming when we get towards the World Championships?
You could feel the momentum build and the energy throughout his program. And look at that. 2 perfect 6s for presentation.
5-9.
The champion of Skate America, but more than that, Alexei Yagudin just sent a message to the rest of the figure skating world and to Todd Eldredge coming back. It's not going to be easy to take away his world title. So Yagudin gets the gold medal over Todd Eldredge, who settles for the silver, though he skated very well. Matt Savoy, a bronze medal here, and a terrific finish for the young American. Peter, obviously Alexei Yagudin had the edge, but how does it break down?
Well, in my mind, it was a clean sweep, almost. Yagudin had the jumps, the footwork, and the artistry, but I do have to give the spins to Eldredge.
Susie Wynn is standing by right now. Let's join her. Susie?
Thanks, Terry. Alexei, wow. Wow. Now, you struggled at Skate America a little bit, the first event of the Grand Prix Series, but here, how hard was it to come back?
You know, actually, I was so happy to go back on the sea level because of altitude that burdened me a lot last weekend. So I was a little bit shaken to skate last again, like I did at Skate America. So, and I was so disappointed at that skating. But here, when I did a quad triple at the beginning, the most difficult thing in my program. So I said, okay, I just have to skate my program through it just to be much quicker than at the end of the program than at Skate America.
Now, the end of the program, you got this burst of energy. Where did that come from? That was so exciting.
I think that before the last steps, I saw my coach face, Tatiana's face, and she just screamed to me, okay, go faster, and just, you can do it. And then just I started to move faster.
But anyway, after the steps, I died finally.
No, you were so terrific.
Thanks.
Congratulations. Todd, great job. You had a couple touchdowns, but you really went for the quad.
Yeah, no, actually everything felt good. You know, quad was good. I touched my hand a little bit, but no, I was just real happy to get in there and do a much better performance than Skate America as well.
Well, congratulations to you both. It's a delight being in great company. Terry, back to you.
All right, Susie, thank you. After 2 events in the Grand Prix of figure skating, 6 in all, remember, Eldridge in first with 16 points. Yagudin has had only 1 scoring competition so far. He's tied with Gable. And Matt Savoy happy to have 7 points so far. When we come back, Michelle Kwan will try to remain unbeaten on the new season. It won't be easy. Irina Slutskaya wants to start the season off with a win. The ladies are next. It's a matchup that produced startling results last season. Michelle Kwan entered the Grand Prix final on a wave of confidence and momentum. Unbeaten on the season, she was expected to cruise to the title. Irina Slutskaya was still fighting her way back from the brink of retirement, slowly rebuilding the belief system that had been shattered the previous year. The result? The 3-time European champ from Russia scored a resounding win and took her sport to new heights in the process. Now, they meet again. Welcome back, everyone, to our continuing coverage of the second of 6 events in the ISU Grand Prix of Figure Skating. Inside the Hershey Center here in suburban Toronto, the ladies are about to skate for the gold medal at Skate Canada, presented by MCI WorldCom. Terry Gannon, Peter Carruthers, and Susie Wynn back with you. It is rare to see a matchup like this so early in the season. Skaters ranked 1-2 in the world. Michelle Kwan takes on Irina Slutskaya. And Susie, it was Irina Slutskaya who went to the Russian Federation and said, I want to go to Canada and skate against Michelle Kwan.
Well, Terry, she has so much confidence. She had such a great season last year, and so far this season she's right in step. In the short program here, she received all first-place marks from the judges in the technical department. In presentation, this is the surprising thing. 3 of the 9 judges placed her first ahead of Kwan. So really, this is a message to Michelle Kwan that Slutskaya may be gaining on her, getting into her territory a little bit.
That's Kwan's area. You don't see that happen very often. And remember, this is a non-scoring event for Irina Slutskaya. You can skate in 3 events in this series, Peter. Only 2 of them count, so she can let it all out in the free skate. What about Michelle Kwan?
Well, what Michelle Kwan has going for her is longevity. She's a 3-time world champion, and she only lost once in competition last year. But bear in mind, her triple-triple combination in this free program is not as difficult as Irina Slutskaya's. And what Slutskaya comes in with this year is a tremendous amount of confidence. But something that she's always trying to improve upon is her style and expression. And that's something that Michelle Kwan does very well.
May come down, though, to the triple-triple combination. All right, you're on the spot right now. Who do you like?
Well, I'm going to take Slutskaya because I think she's got so much difficulty in the jumping.
And she skates last in the group, which is always an advantage. Susie, how about you?
Well, I agree with Peter, but she has to skate. No mistakes.
Have you guys not learned anything from the World Championships last year? Don't pick against Michelle Kwan. Here are the standings after the short program. Slutskaya with the lead over Kwan, and a surprise 3rd-place finisher so far, Fumi Suguri. Remember, if you're in the top 3 and you win the free skate, you are the gold medalist.
Our first skater represents the United States, Deanna Stellato.
And we get the free skate underway now with the 17-year-old from Glenview, Illinois, the 2000 Junior World Silver Medalist in 6th place after the short program, Deanna Stellato. Remember, the free skate 4 minutes in length and worth 2/3 of the overall score.
This jump is very important for her as she missed this combination in the short program, the triple Lutz double toe. I'm sure she'll feel good about that. Very well done.
Good start for Deanna. There was some question as to whether she would be able to compete here. She has a hip flexor. She's battled that throughout the week, but she's gutted it out.
Triple sow cow. She's been very impressive in practice because she's so well trained. She runs through her program every day at home, and it really shows.
Very nice sequence of jumps, double axel right into the triple toe loop.
99 Junior Grand Prix final gold medalist and the 99 novice national champion. So many young ladies on the American scene. You talk about Sasha Cohen, Naomi Narinam, Jenny Kirk, a number of them. Hasn't been easy to focus on this event or get ready. She only learned about a week ago that she would skate here in Toronto.
Into the program. The triple loop. Oh, and she didn't keep the timing going that she had on the jumps previous to this, and that can really get you going.
Great comeback with the triple lutz. Nice footwork going into it, and she really keeps up the speed.
She had a good one going, but just when I said 3 minutes into the program, that's when it started to fall apart.
This is an important event for her, too, because she's only scheduled to compete at Skate Canada in terms of the Grand Prix Series. If she has a great performance as viewed by the Federation, they could send her to another event in the Grand Prix. She hopes so. Deanna Stellato.
A big step up from the short program here. She gets up into the air nicely. Good rotation. She lands just where she wants to. Nice and perpendicular to do the second jump. If the upper body is not where it should be, what happens is you try to compensate with the lower body. Watch her feet at the end of this. They split apart. The foot doesn't go back, and she crashes down.
So now the marks as she sits alongside her coach, Cindy Watson-Caprell. 2 sets as always. The first for technical merit in the 5.1, 5.2 range.
These first marks are low because at the end of the program, it really dropped off with the jumps.
And of course, as the first to take the ice, the judges always leave a lot of room. Presentation marks 5.2 and 5.3.
5.3, 5.3, 5.3. Thank you.
When we come back, 19-year-old Galina Manyachenko of Ukraine, who suffered a serious head injury in '94 on the ice, switched to single skating, underwent 3 major eye operations, and now finds herself in select company as Skate Canada, presented by MCI WorldCom, continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
figure skating requires that a well-balanced ladies program contain several spirals or moves in which the skater's free leg is higher than hip level. This is a difficult change of edge spiral in which the skater moves from an inside to outside edge without putting her free leg down. In the Charlotte spiral, a skater tries to achieve a vertical split. A good spiral depends not only on the height and stretch of the free leg, but also on the control and straightness of the supporting leg.
Skate Canada, presented by MCI WorldCom, continues here in suburban Toronto. The ladies free skate underway, and here's the biggest surprise of the competition so far. In 4th place after the short program, 19 years old from Ukraine, Galina Manyachenko.
Impressive, so much speed, and look at the way she skates out of it with a lot of speed.
Her setup for that triple loop was very whippy. That would have been very hard to hold together. She really pre-rotated it.
Back in '94, the bronze medalist at the Junior World Championships in pairs with her partner Yevgeny Gagursky.
Oh, really? Lucy, it's the timing. As soon as you lose your focus, your timing goes, and the jumps feel so foreign to you.
The head injury that she suffered in '94 when a skate blade pierced her skull. The major operations that she has undergone, the switch to single skating, and think about the pressure of finding herself in elite company here.
The takeoff, you have to take off with your body perpendicular to the ice to get up into the air straight and have a successful landing.
Different one day can be from the next. She had everyone talking after the short program about this young champion of Ukraine who's now onto the scene. Much different free skate, though.
What she is going to learn is to deal with the pressure and not let the timing and the focus stray away in a situation like this.
Yeah, the pressure of being out there on the ice, warming up with Michelle Kwan, Arena Slutskaya, all the names that she has watched throughout the years. Not the effort she wanted in the free skate. We'll have remarks in a moment. Galina Manyachenko of Ukraine. When we come back, Fumi Suguri of Japan, who was a surprise silver medalist at the '98 Skate Canada, has a number of superstitions, including wearing a cross on her costumes at all times. She's next. Good look at the skyline of downtown Toronto, one of the great cities in North America, and just about a half an hour from here. Well, a reminder, in 2 weeks we will be in Gelsenkirchen, Germany for Nations Cup. American Sarah Hughes leads the way. Yevgeny Plushenko will be there. Event number 3 in the Grand Prix. December 3rd, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, right here on ABC Sports. Follow all the figure skating action at ESPN.com. Keyword ABC Sports.
Our next competitor represents Japan, Fumi Suguri.
Event number 2 in the series here. Skate Canada presented by MCI WorldCom, as Fumi Suguri of Japan takes the ice. A surprise 3rd place in the short program. It was in '98 at Skate Canada that she came out of nowhere to win the ladies short program and finish 2nd overall. By the way, the scores for Galina Manyachenko, for technical merit, they range from 4.5 up to 5.1, and for presentation, 5.0 to 5.4.
I like the conviction she has. A lot of speed going up into this triple Lutz. The right foot bangs in the ice to get her up, and then a nice double toe loop. Great technique.
Wonderful spring. Really gets underneath the jump.
Mentioned the success she had at Skate Canada in '98. It's a good season for her, even though she was battling injuries, and has since. She had a hip injury, couldn't walk for about 2 weeks, and really has been inconsistent since then. A disappointing 3rd place finish at the Japanese National Championships last season.
She's back on track, Terry.
And remember, it may be a tall order, but she's in 3rd. You go into the free skate. If you win this portion of the competition, you're the gold medalist. But Michelle Kwan and Arena Slutskaya still to skate.
This layback position would be better if her knee and her ankle were in line with the ice.
Here is her 4th triple in the program. Triple loop. Kind of grinding to a halt, but very determined to land it. How do you like that?
Looks like she's got room to do a quad there.
triple in the program. She wants this. She needs this. Oh! Last thing the judges see.
Nice speed on her back scratch spin, the end of her combination.
What a performance, though, up until the end at least. Mississauga saying, hey, don't forget about me. All the talk about Kwon and Slutskaya. I'm in third.
Overall, a very good performance. 5 clean triples. She fell at the end, but for the most part, she did very well.
19 years of age from Chiba, Japan.
Now, this is the triple loop jump. You take off a right backward outside edge. You can see the lean start to take place, but she's determined at this point not to go down. She wants more of a flowing edge coming out of that. What generates the rotation on these jumps are the arms and the legs coming in tight. Notice how close the feet are, and that left leg going back to stop the rotation. Again, she wants a little bit smoother edge out there. This is the layback spin. Now, what she wants to try to do with this is get more of a pointed toe and a nice left foot position. To see one of the best laybacks of all time, let's look back at 5-time national champion Janet Lin. Look at the turnout in her leg, the leg that's off the ice, the beautiful arch in her back, the lovely arm position. Certainly one of the best.
See what the judges do with that performance now. The mistake late in the program, but that was it. Technical merit marks 5.5 to 5.7.
5.6, 5.2.
And now the marks for presentation, 5.2, the low mark up to 5.6.
She really kept everything together. The spins, the jumps, very consistent. It's nice to see her back on track.
Mississauga into first place so far. Up next, Michelle Kwon. Last year in Nice at the World Championship, she won her 3rd title, the first American woman to do that since Peggy Fleming. And at this event in '95, since then, only 3 women have beaten her. Michelle Kwon is next. Welcome back, everyone, to Skate Canada, presented by MCI WorldCom. And a reminder, tomorrow night, right here on ABC Sports, NFL action. The Washington Redskins take on one of the teams that made it to the Super Bowl last season, the St. Louis Rams, on Monday Night Football, live at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, here on ABC. Michelle Kwon, the 3-time world champion, set to go, and as always, she carries the pressure of coming in as the favorite. The challenges just keep coming for Michelle Kwon, who was nearly perfect last season. The only blemish came at the Grand Prix final in Lyon, France. She ran into a skater with a renewed purpose and the energy to match. Irina Slutskaya became the first lady to ever complete a triple Lutz triple loop combination and threw in another triple-triple to capture the title. Kwon, though, would get her revenge. At the World Championships in Nice, she found herself in 3rd place after the short program, but came roaring back with a brilliant free skate to record a come-from-behind win and to ring up her 3rd world title. Now, after a victory at Skate America to open up the season, Michelle faces another major test. She says the approach remains the same.
It's how you skate. No matter who is in the competition, whether it be Maria Butrskaya or Irina Slutskaya, you still have to go out there and nail everything. And, you know, it's everybody's ball game, and you just gotta do a home run, I guess. Gotta hit a home run.
Our next competitor represents the United States, Michelle Kwon.
Well, you'd have to say that Michelle Kwon maybe hit a double at Skate America, winning the gold medal. Not a home run. She was not perfect, wasn't really pleased with her performance, but it was a win, and now she tries to remain unbeaten on the new season. Here is the 3-time world champion.
This is the triple toe combination, the first, and only a double on the second. She really needs the technical content. That triple's important. Only a double on the second jump.
And remember, that was the most compelling part of Aryna Slutskaya's program and win last year at the Grand Prix final.
And there, a double flip. This is really opening the door.
Skate America, when she missed the triple combination, she started to add some jumps, some other triple jumps in other places in the program to make up, and the choreography started to get lost. Triple Salchow. This camel position is moving in the opposite direction of the way she normally spins. It's like writing with your left hand if you're a right-handed person.
Michelle has said the hardest part of skating right now is finding the motivation constantly to take it to the next level. Here at Skate Canada, that motivation coming from the rivalry with Aryna Slutskaya.
This will be her second triple Lutz. The only jump harder than this is the triple axel. Nice.
That was just a loss of concentration and control in the upper body while she's stroking.
Not her best.
No, the triple jump at the end, which wasn't planned, but certainly the bobble and almost falling, that wasn't planned either. Michelle Kwan, pretty similar to the performance at Skate America.
And this is exactly where she needs to be competitive with Slutskaya in the triple department here. Triple toe, pretty nice. Didn't get the height that she needed. And instead of the triple there, it's just a double. And at the very end of the program, she's just stroking. It starts to rotate her body and clips toe to heel. That's a loss of concentration and control.
You know, even when she's making mistakes, though, Michelle Kwan never seems to lack confidence on the ice. She always looks like she has things under control.
She does, Terry. She's very poised, and she's got great posture.
Now the first set, Susie, for technical merit, 5.5 up to 5.8.
Well, these are the marks that she's not used to having. These are normally much higher, but she made too many mistakes.
And the presentation marks now, remember what Susie said about the short program. 3 judges had placed Slutskaya ahead of her, but here 5.7 up to 5.9.
Well, what you have to remember, she is the best in the world at executing beautiful style and presentation, and look at the 5.9 there.
But there is still room at the top. Backstage, Aryna Slutskaya getting ready. She'll be the last to take the ice. But up next, Jennifer Robinson, whose brother is a minor league hockey player down in Greensboro, North Carolina. This summer, she got engaged to her longtime boyfriend. That's right after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
This Wide World of Sports update brought to you by Speed Pass. Today's way to pay. It's free from mobile.
Our mobile update takes us back to the pairs competition here in Canada. Jamie Salé and David Pelletier, in front of a home Canadian crowd, skated to a gold medal victory. And now, through 2 events in the Grand Prix Series, they have locked up a spot at the Grand Prix final in Tokyo. Meanwhile, in ice dance, the reigning world champions Anasina and Peisara captured the gold medal here. And through 2 events in the Grand Prix, they are now locked at the top with their main rivals from Italy, Fusarpoli and Margallo.
Jennifer Robinson.
The ladies free skate continues now here at Skate Canada, presented by MCI WorldCom. Terry Gannon, Peter Carruthers, and Susie Wynn with you as Jennifer Robinson steps out onto the ice. Michelle Kwan with the lead over Fumi Saguri and Deanna Stellato. Jennifer Robinson, the 23-year-old who lives and trains a little more than an hour from here in Barrie, Ontario, in 5th place after the short program.
The music, Irish Rhapsody. She portrays a woman from a village in Northern Ireland who's recalling her youth.
Triple loop, a little close to the boards. It would be nice to see that further away from the boards.
Peter, she's really hugging those jumps close to the wall, so you can't really appreciate the speed going into them.
Now that, again, she's so close to the boards, you really want to choreograph your program with the jumps spaced out nicely throughout the arena to be effective.
Jennifer, the 3-time and reigning Canadian national champion, placed 8th at the World Championships last season, which is the first time since '94 that a Canadian woman had placed in the top 10. And actually, a couple of weeks before that event, she cut her foot on a piece of glass walking barefoot in her backyard, and she said it actually helped her. She had a habit of landing on 2 feet and footing her jumps. She said it was too painful to do that. She had to land on 1 foot.
Looks as though she 2-footed that triple flip.
Barely any speed going into that.
She really looks like she's
axel.
holding back, Peter. First competition of the season.
nice backspin at the end of the program.
It seems as though she got more comfortable the last 30 seconds of her program.
Sometimes it just takes that to get warmed up. And again, the speed is a big factor going into this jump. The triple flip getting up into the air, but you can see the break in position and not a good landing.
Along with her coaches, Michelle and Doug Lee, now the first set for technical merit, 5.0 to 5.4.
Well, like Peter, you were saying, the jumps were so hugged against the wall, she really didn't have the speed nor the height to really accomplish them.
And for presentation, 5.2 up to 5.7.
But she's capable, as far as presentation, of getting up this high. 5.7, nice.
Jennifer Robinson into third place. When we come back, Arina Slutskaya, the world silver medalist, takes the ice. She made history at the Grand Prix final last season. She was the only woman to beat Michelle all season long. She tells us, though, she's not focused on her competitors. She is focused on her performance.
I never think about beating Michelle. All interview, I say just one. I never think about beat somebody. I just want to skate my program because I can do very well. If I do it, it's great. If I'm not, I will work more.
Michelle Kwan backstage. Now she has to wait and find out what happens to Arina Slutskaya. Michelle Kwan in the lead over Fumi Seguri and then Jennifer Robinson of Canada. That's your top three, but it comes down to this. The final skater taking the ice, and it's the reigning world silver medalist from Russia, Arina Slutskaya, in the lead after the short program. The 21-year-old from Moscow reinvented herself last season, had a terrific year, beat Michelle Kwan at the Grand Prix final, narrowly lost to her at the World Championships. Here's the matchup once again.
Triple combination, the triple Lutz, and then the triple loop, and down she goes. Now she has another triple combination plan. Will she do it right here? Triple Saukow, no, only a double. She's coming undone. And then getting a triple Saukow off there.
She snuck that in. Skating, she's not nearly as polished as Michelle Kwan. You'll oftentimes look at her free leg and it's bent and not straightened and extended. Michelle really takes the time for those subtle nuances. But a very strong triple Lutz, very secure. Into that triple loop.
Arina, not only a three-time world medalist, including 2 silver medals, but also the 3-time European champion. The first Soviet or Russian woman ever to win that title.
in the air, but there's a great amount of telegraphing going into the jumps. She really takes a long time for the setup.
But she is firing off these triples.
She has a tremendous amount of speed in her circular footwork.
Again, the variation on these spins, different positions, flexibility, paramount.
Well, neither one was perfect. Now what do you do if you're a judge?
Well, basically, you start counting how many mistakes were made between the two. And usually what these judges will typically do in a situation like this is they'll start counting how many triples were done. Michelle Kwan, 5 triples. Slutskaya, 6.
The fall early in the program for Slutskaya. It was a tough start. Nerves, what have you. But she came back strong in the last half of this performance.
Now here's a look at the triple Lutz. Straight up into the air, and then the triple loop, down she goes. That was the triple-triple combination she was going for. The feet nice and tight in the air, but it's her upper body that throws off, and then the left foot not checking out to complete the rotation.
The first set now for technical merit, 5.7 up to 5.9. That's better than those of Michelle Kwan.
Good marks, and all the way up to 5.9. 6 triples for her. Michelle did 6, but 2-footed one of them.
And now for presentation, 5.6 up to 5.9. And it's enough to win. 6 of the 9 judges put Irina Slutskaya ahead of Michelle Kwan. She is the champion of Skate Canada 2000. So in the matchup between the top 2 ladies skaters in the world, Irina Slutskaya wins the gold medal, Michelle Kwan settles for the silver, and Fumi Saguri rounds out the top 3. Deanna Stellano of the U.S. finishes 5th. What about the marks, Peter? How do they break down between the top 2?
Well, 6 of the 9 judges had Irina Slutskaya first. But the bottom line is they both made mistakes. But Slutskaya really needs to get her triple-triple combination going, and so does Michelle Kwan.
Susie Wynn has made her way backstage. Let's join her right now. Susie?
Thanks, Terry. I'm here with 2 of the greatest women in figure skating. Michelle Kwan, assess how this long program went for you here at Skate Canada.
Well, I wasn't really pleased with my performance tonight, and I think I could do a lot better than that. And I think I have to be more aggressive. And, you know, opening up with 2 jumps, it's just a big no-no. And I'm going to go home right now, work really hard on, you know, improving on the triple-triple and doing it.
Now, how does Irina Slutskaya push you, and how does that rivalry help you to get better?
Well, I love competing against Irina. We have a blast, and you know, it's nice to have someone very close right behind you, because when you step in the rink, a cold rink early in the morning, you know that people are right behind you. You got to keep yourself going and motivated. So I think she motivates me, and I think it's good for both of us.
So that competitive edge helps you both. Now, Irina, congratulations. You started off with some mistakes, but by the end you built very strong. What were you thinking during your free program?
Thank you so much. Yeah, I have some mistake. I almost do it. Of course, it's going, it must be better, and I will work hard, and I think I will do it later.
I think so, too. It'll be fun watching both of you compete throughout the season. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Terry, back to you.
All right, Susie, thank you. That will be fun throughout the season. Right now, through 2 events in the Grand Prix of figure skating, Michelle Kwan has the lead. She's locked up a spot already in the Grand Prix final in Tokyo. Fumi Saguri, Yelena Sokolova with 7 points apiece. Remember, Irina Slutskaya, this was a non-scoring event for her. She still has 2 left that count in the standings. Peter, what about the top two? Who had the edge?
Well, I give 3 of these to Slutskaya. The triples, spins, and footwork go to her, but certainly the artistry goes to Michelle Kwan.
Remember to join us for the 3rd stop in the ISU Grand Prix of Figure Skating. December 3rd, we'll be in Germany for the Nations Cup competition. It comes your way at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific here on ABC Sports. For our producer, Kurt Gowdy Jr., and our director, Jaime Bravo, along with Peter Carruthers and Susie Wynn, I'm Terry Gannon. So long from Canada. ABC Sports is online at ESPN.com. Keyword ABC Sports. This is a presentation of ABC Sports, continuing the tradition of excellence.